crack. Crack.
Do that a lot at
cool guy.
Do that a lot at the dump. Show off for all the people walking by, making sure you're the real cool guy.
Yeah, I'm cracking like a whole roll of bubble wrap.
You got your you're a doctor though. That's what you got your degree in, right? To be a doctor.
It's a PhD.
A PhD. I thought it was a BME.
Of trash watching.
A PhD of trash shit. What kind of school gives that out?
I just went to the library and printed it out.
Oh, all right, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I mean, no one would really kind of check that because it's like a PhD of trash. Like if you had a PhD of like medicine, then people would probably question you because they'd have a right to. But if you're a PhD in trash, then it's like, who even cares to
tell me that
question?
I'm doing it wrong.
Right? Who even cares to question? Yeah. Yeah. No. All right. For some reason, I thought you were some sort of medical doctor.
No.
Well,
think I'd be here?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was confused about. But I guess, any kind of trash-related injury, then that's going to be on me. I guess I'm going to be stuck with that. I'm pretty good at first aid, though. I can figure it out.
Yeah, I hope you have insurance.
Nah, I actually do. There's insurance, like, for, like, the trash cans that you can get, like, if they get destroyed. I just kind of got that. They asked me on my place of residence, and I just kind of told them that it was the trash can. They haven't gotten back to me yet on that.
They're just going to charge you for homeowners insurance instead.
Well, that'd also be fine. Whatever I got to pay for it. So long as this is insured, I can get it back.
Fair.
That's all I really care about.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Cold Hard Trash, CRT episode 90. I'm your host, Trash Can Jones.
And I'm Greg, your co-host.
Almost to the big triple digits. Should we do anything special for 100? Obviously we should, but what should we do? For the big 100. It's coming up. It's going to be
readdress what we talked about in the first episode.
Oh, yeah, we should go back to CRT1. We have that. I have the backup of that.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. That'd be wild.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. So we have 10 episode, 10 weeks to figure this out.
10 weeks. Is it going to be? It's going to be, how much is that in real time? 5 weeks?
Every other week, so 10 weeks.
But is that going to work out in the same way? When are we actually going to record episode 100? Is it going to be in 10 weeks? Damn, really?
Yeah. Because we do 2 every 2 weeks.
Oh, but it's going to come out 2 weeks after that. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was getting confused on the release schedule versus our recording schedule.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I guess for you guys, it would also be 10 weeks because this is going to be coming out in a week and a half.
This one, oh yeah, this one is because it's the second one. Yeah, if we were talking about this last episode, then it would have been 9 weeks.
Episode 100 will be in 11 and a half weeks.
Yeah, it would have been 1 week more.
Which will be 10 weeks exactly from this episode coming out. That's math.
Math, scheduling. I was never good at math. I was good at algebra. I could do all the steps of that, but I always had to use my fingers when it came down to like basic addition and multiplication. Could never get that done in my head.
I like math.
It's okay.
When you get into higher level math, it's like, okay, you spend like an entire class going over like one proof, and you're like, you understand why this works, right? Okay, cool. Now just do it. Like, this is a shortcut, actually.
Basically, yeah.
Like the what was it? The derivative. Or the integral of 1 over x is like natural log of x or something like that. And like you do this whole thing and it's like, this is why it's like that. You got it? Cool. Never do that again.
Right. And never do, because now you just know the shortcut.
This is here.
Right. There's a lot of fun ways, like the learning the proofs for that, like the algebraic proofs. I remember liking algebra a whole lot, but once it got to calculus and there was a lot of just like, all right, there's going to be a bunch of different formulas for you to do things with. Now, first of all, memorize all those formulas, and second of all, figure out which one goes where. And it's just like, this is the worst like matching game ever, and I have to do math with the matching game.
Yeah,
it sucks.
It's just a matching game. You barely even have to do math when you're doing calculus.
Right,
like,
it was just
it's just setting up the problem, and then...
Right, it was just so much hard memorization. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't keep everything straight in my head. If they just gave me like an open book test, then I probably could have aced calculus, because I could do calculus. I just need to be able to know which formulas for what.
Yeah.
Just tough. Nah.
I
Oh,
like
well.
Calculus.
I
like statistics.
I like the I like the aftermath of statistics, like data and like spreadsheets and all that, but the actual calculation of statistics that can go to hell. Not for me.
Well, a lot of the times,
Your damn mic arm.
a lot of the times, like it starts with the spreadsheets and stuff. You know, you use that to calculate the.
Right. I like the spreadsheets part of it, and then after that, it's just hands off.
A friend of mine asked me a question about Excel. He was doing like this D&D thing, right?
Uh-huh.
And he's like, I have all these. I'm just really proud of myself for having to answer off the top of my head. But he's like, I got all of these, like, there's a field here, and then, like, all the weapons are broken down by, like, weapon, comma, blank. Like, weapon, comma,
I remember
piercing. Weapon,
I was there
comma.
for this conversation.
Yeah, you were there in person. We were watching the game.
Yeah.
And he was asking about it. And I was just like, okay, Control H, and then you search for weapons star, and then you replace that with the word weapons. Or, like, weapon, and then you do the asterisk.
Right.
And then you replace it with the word
search,
weapon.
right.
And it worked. And I was like, I know my shit. Like,
that's what they mean on the applications when they're like Excel experience preferred.
yes,
You got to be able to do shit like that.
Yes. And I would put it down, and I felt like no one ever believed me because they don't
Right.
make you prove it, and everyone just says they know how to use Excel.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I could build a spreadsheet. I could put stuff in boxes. It's like, yeah, but can you type functions? Like, do you know how to type functions to where, like, you making a document like that isn't going to take 3 days because you have to look up every single function you're doing? Mm-hmm. Like, if you know at least 50% of them off the top of your head, then you can shortcut most of that document.
Mm-hmm. Well, honestly, a lot of the times I do end up having to look up stuff still. Just because it was really basic stuff. It's just stuff that I don't do all the time. And it's like, okay, well, I'm about to have to do this like 20 times in a row.
Sure,
I have
but
to look it up once.
I was going to say, but you even know what to look for. You have the idea of like, oh, this is what function I need it to perform because you have that, you know what it can do. Mm-hmm. As opposed to someone who doesn't would be like, what function do I need it to perform? How would I even look for that? Mm-hmm. They'd be stuck on step one.
Yeah.
Your experience would help you.
Yeah, I'm good at Excel. I'd be writing like multi-page, like VBA, that's Visual Basic applications. Just like
hell yeah.
It's like the coding language for Excel. Like writing like actual code in there and like having like buttons you can click on the spreadsheet.
Oh, nice.
To do stuff.
Hell yeah. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. It's I'm an Excel champ. If anyone wants me to do some Excel stuff for you.
Excel champ. Hell yeah.
I could do it for a price.
I'm a PowerPoint champ. I could fuck up a PowerPoint real good. Get you some star wipes. Make you looking real nice.
I do not use PowerPoint at all.
Yeah.
I will need to. I need to do some type of presentation, but
yeah, I don't think there's too much you can do with PowerPoint besides just like adding in digital transitions and probably adding in your own like files for it, stuff like that. Adding in your own like PNGs.
I'm gonna do the star wipe.
You gotta get a star wipe, but add it your own PNG, so it's like your own face wiping. Your own signature.
That's good. Yeah, I'll do that. The safety presentation I need to do at work.
Just
like,
you with a hard hat on, just like safety brag.
Yeah.
They gave you the hard hat.
The plastic one that I got from the car show. Yeah. The real one.
Oh, I was gonna say, I thought your work gave you a real one.
They did, but I got a fake one from the car show. It's like it's not soft plastic. It's just very thin plastic. It's not gonna save from anything.
Like the fake firefighter hats you get when you go to the fire station as a kid.
Yeah, pretty much exactly like that.
Yeah.
And they gave me a tin of mints that is like a little electric car. And then the mints inside are shaped like cars.
Ah.
I'll give you some.
That's pretty
after
cool.
This. It's pretty neat.
Car-shaped mint.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I've been trying to quit vaping.
And
one of my old addictions before I got into vaping was Altoids. Now, Altoids, they are really, really strong mints, and I would I'd eat them by like the 3.
Maybe that's why your teeth are so sensitive. We were talking about that before
No,
we got on.
Perfectly fine. Like that doesn't bother me at all. It's just a cold thing. But the thing is, it makes me sneeze.
Altoids do?
Yeah, I love eating like 3 to 5 Altoids at once and then sneezing.
You love sneezing with the Altoids?
I don't love the sneezing part of it. I love eating the Altoids.
Okay.
And then
guess that makes sense.
I sneeze, but these mints are less strong. They do not cause me to sneeze.
Huh.
But I miss the rush
The rush, the Altoids.
of the powerful mint.
I used to like the rush of like the really strong alcohol-heavy hand sanitizers. You put those on, then you just get like your nose burning scent. I used to do that all the time as a kid.
I am having trouble finding aftershave that is not like some weird-ass gel.
Oh, yeah?
Nowadays. Like, I want the old OG stuff.
You want
that,
the Kevin McAllister
hurts.
aftershave? Which wouldn't actually do that because he didn't cut his face.
Yeah,
it
right.
wouldn't hurt
he
at
didn't
all.
have his hair follicles weren't growing out like that. But
yeah,
I want stuff like that. And I went to the store. I had like one that was some type of cream based thing, and I like finished it. I'm like, cool. Now I can get some real aftershave.
right.
And I go and I find it, and it's like a plastic bottle. It's opaque, but it looks like it's gonna be the right type. It's got like weird like thin oval shape to it.
Yeah,
and like the pop off cap. I'm like, cool. This is the stuff I'm looking for. And it's I pop open the top. I smell it. I'm like, okay, that smells correct. Like this is everything that I need. I bring it home. I open it up and I put a little bit into my hand. It's a fucking gel again. It's a cream. It's
God damn it. I ask if your aftershave is not gel. It's good aftershave, sir. My aftershave is gel.
I can't stand it. Do you want aftershave?
No, I don't use that a whole lot.
Okay, well, I need to find something to pawn this off to. After I find the correct stuff that I need.
Yeah, I don't trim up my neck as much. I let my neck grow a lot longer. I only do like the bottom like inch and a half really to trim it up.
I find I like to...
It's too much. The neck gets too irritated for me no matter how much I try to shave it. Unless I just do like the little bits where I just have to trim. I just have very sensitive face skin. I get like the ingrown hairs. You've seen me pull out the wicked ones that get on my face. It's just, I have super sensitive skin. It gets super bunchy. Fucking shaving is just not for me.
I feel like I look much cleaner when I shave the neck.
It's a look.
And the cheeks.
Oh yeah, gotta shave the cheeks. Keep a nice clean line. Gots to.
And then pop some aftershave on it and go,
Knew the Home Alone. Which aftershave, even when I used it, it never really hurt unless I like cut my face a little bit or like nicked it.
I mean, for me, if I like got razor burn, it would hurt.
Yeah, like as if it was like raw skin. Yeah.
But
otherwise, it was just kind of like it smelled bad. Smelled like alcohol.
I like the smell.
I like it like I like the smell of gasoline. Kind of like it smells good, but I'm just like, you know.
I like a lot of those scents, but I don't really like men's cologne that much.
Yeah, I'm not too into it.
I have like this one particular bottle that I bought like 10 years ago, and it's like the one scent that I like, and it's a little fruity.
Have I talked to you about this before? Who the fuck decided that scents are gendered in the first place? Like, why can't I smell like flowers and stuff? Why can't I smell like nice things? Why do I got to smell like rustic and like old whiskey and shit? And like, why? I want to smell just like nice, flowery, good. Like, I like when girls smell like that. Why can't I smell like that, too?
Well, I mean, it's not like you can't, right? Like, no one's stopping you. It's just that the general...
But that's going to be sold in, like, a flowery bottle that's pink, and it's going to be called, like, Chez La Femme or whatever.
Yeah, well, you can just...
If you're gonna just not give a shit. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, why are they doing the whole thing of, like, this one has to be for the women? Why can't the guy want to smell like that? Especially now in this day and age.
Mine's all fruity. Mine's like the one cologne that I found that wasn't like a musk.
Okay. What's its brand?
Givenchy.
I've never heard of it.
I will show you. I'll bring it next time. I'll show it to you, and you can smell it and be like, oh.
I might like it. Givenchy.
There's like regular Givenchy, and then there's Givenchy pie, and it's like the mathematical symbol, and that's the one that I use.
Oh, okay. Definitely not Dracar Noir. Opposite of that.
Yeah, no. I actually put it on last night, and I don't smell it still. Otherwise, I would.
All right, that's pretty good. It's not too potent then.
Yeah.
If it's wearing off like that, that's the way it should be. Yeah, no, the all of men's cologne just basically smells like Dracar Noir, like off brands of it to me. Just where it's like, ugh.
I mean, there's also like it's like a New York scentery. I don't know, perfumery. Called Le Labo, and they have one in Chicago, and I went there, and it is good. I do like their scents as well. They have quite a variety. I'm pretty sure it is gender neutral too.
Interesting. I like a lot of like baked good scents too. Like, let me smell like a pumpkin pie or something. Let me get like Why are they keeping that to Febreze and stuff? Like, why are rooms smelling like that?
I will say, I kind of think that there should be human scents, and then there should be like room scents.
I say
should be separate.
Separate how? What? Where is you drawing the line? You drawing the line at baked goods?
Well, the thing is,
I feel like I may have crossed something with you.
A human scent is like it's something. It should be kind of strong, but like you should only be able to smell it like when you're within a certain distance from someone.
Yeah.
But when you have a room scent, it's the entire place.
Right.
So it should be a less imposing scent.
Okay.
It should be something smooth, easy.
You don't think pumpkin pie is smooth and easy? It's not a smooth, easy
smooth
scent?
and easy to put on a human.
I don't know.
It doesn't fit the role of
it's a nice
perfume.
Nice deep. It's not even would be like pumpkin pie. It'd be like a nice deep cinnamon scent, maybe a little pumpkin spice. I think it could smell.
You could probably find things like that, but like they're never
fine.
ever going to be called that.
Yeah, they're not gonna be called pumpkin pie perfume. But I mean, like you could get one that basically smells like a pumpkin pie, and I think it'd be nice.
You could probably find something like that.
The
thing is, it probably just wouldn't be pumpkin pie. It'd be like
right.
It might be notes of autumn spice.
They should try to sell more perfumes to men and make them smell like actually good things instead of like.
When's the last time you've been to a perfume store?
Colognery. When's the last time I even saw a cologne ad that wasn't Johnny Depp in the desert alone playing guitar with wolves?
I don't like. I agree that I don't really like that type of marketing.
I'm not going to a fucking cologne store.
And this is also like I'm not a hater on this company, but a lot of these like Dr. Squatch senses, it's like this is wood, this is like whiskey and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then
Old
there's like
rustic.
a lot of different things that are marketed to men, and it is a lot of like this is whiskey, this is sandalwood.
Sandalwood's the big one. I don't hate sandalwood. I like the scent of it, but it's just like it's just all you got. I need to switch it up sometimes.
It's just like these one things. It's like, hey, this is what men like. And
it's I don't get it. It's like it feels like we always make fun of dude wipes, but it's just like you got to have more stuff. If there was more than one dude wipe probably wouldn't be as like a ridiculous product. But the fact that they're trying to do moist towelettes specifically targeted to men, and the one thing that's doing it is calling it dude wipes, like it's fucking killing it. It's terrible. Make more products geared to men that are just nicely scented, and it might do well. Might be a whole industry yet untapped. I'm certainly buying into it.
It's also, they could just be like, if they just don't market towards men in particular.
They probably don't.
It's more neutral things. You should go to like a perfume store or like a cologne store or something. Like actually go to one and test it out. You're probably gonna find something that you like.
See, this is my only like impetus. I probably will now, and this is the only impetus I've had to go to one because all of the advertisements and things for it have pushed me away from it. So this is the only time that I've gotten like a good feeling of okay, maybe I should.
That's the thing is like scents, like you don't want to order that off the internet. Like you can't know if you're gonna like it or not.
Exactly. You got to smell that in person. Ain't no way. That would be crazy, though. Imagine smell-o-vision is the next thing that comes to the internet. Farting OnlyFans girls would go crazy.
Oh, no.
It would go crazy. You have no idea, man. That's already such a huge thing that would boom like no other.
Is there a way to invest into this early? Just like put in $5 like to see it grow.
They're definitely
trying.
They're definitely trying to make smell-o-vision a thing. And if any company ever like puts it out and they're like, oh, we might partner with OnlyFans, we have to invest in that company. As soon as they go public, we're buying all of the stock that we can, emptying our savings.
I do not need a demonstration. Please don't, actually.
Please do not. And then we'll just watch it boom. We'll wait 6 months as these guys just pay $1 per fart with this goddamn machine.
Do you remember Google Smell-O-Vision?
No, Google made a Smell-O-Vision?
It was an April Fool's Day thing in 2013.
They just like smell your fingers, and then
it was like hey, we have this new technology like on your like phone, like the screen will flash like a certain way to cause like certain molecules to form in the air to match a certain scent, and it was an April Fool's thing to get people to like do that, like sniff their phones like that in public.
And that was it. They just
Good
wanted
prank.
people to. All right, yeah. Good on you, Google.
Yeah,
Got 'em.
and then they made the other prank for April Fool's Day, which was Pokemon Go.
Wait,
And
Pokemon
everyone-
Go was a prank?
Yeah, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, that's such a good idea!" And then this Pokemon company was like, "All right, let's actually do it." But no,
Hell
it was
yeah.
originally a prank that they said that they were going to like
I had no idea. That's
have,
awesome.
have this whole like AR thing where you go into places and like catch Pokemon, and everyone got so excited about it that
Yeah.
they had to do it at that point.
That's a cool idea. Speaking of Pokemon Go, did you hear the Pokestop got removed off Jeffrey Epstein's island? Little
Yeah,
St. George or whatever it
Little
is?
St. James.
James, yeah.
I heard. Was there really?
I don't know.
Was there
There's
really?
just so much like fakery and AI stuff that comes out. I don't know. A lot of it's just memes. But if there was, I'm glad that's not there anymore. But also, why was
I'm
there?
surprised it still is one there, or there still was one there up until like a week ago, supposedly.
Yeah, maybe they just didn't get around to it. Maybe they didn't know it was there also. I don't know. There's a lot of Pokestops.
So, I mean, I think we talked about this before, but with the Pokestops, is like you talk to Niantic, and like you can register a place with them to have a Pokestop. Now, it's a lot harder now that it's Pokemon Go, because when they first created Pokemon Go, it was because like they were asked to do it because they already had another like map-based, like GPS-based game called Ingress. And they had Ingress portals. And that's why the fraternity in college
Yeah, it had a
was
Pokestop.
a Pokestop, because someone before us there played Ingress and registered
Oh,
as
no
a portal.
way.
And then they just imported them all
That's cool.
to Pokemon Go to get their start.
So it was one of the original Pokestops. That's cool.
It was because Niantic just imported their previous GPS data for all their things.
I had no idea. Have you ever played Pokemon Battle Arena, by the way? It used to be called Pokemon Crater. It's basically an online MMO RPG of Pokemon, and it's just in that same 2D top-down style where like every single tile you move just kind of like reloads the screen, just like and it does it like pretty fast, where you can basically just play a whole Pokemon journey, but in an MMORPG with your friends. It was pretty fun. And you could just walk around to, there's like different lobbies, so some are like super populated to where almost there's everybody on every square. Or you can just go into a private one with you and your friend, and you're just walking through Palatown together.
Mm-hmm. You get through Mount Moon, and then you go to there's a Cerulean Cave or whatever, and then you just go to the Pokestop, heal up, and then you stand out there waiting for your friend to come out, and you battle them right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say
before they can get the Poke.
You could do stuff like that. Yeah, you could like do Pokemon races. My friends and I would try to do. We would only get to like the first gym in computer class. Yeah, you could do exactly stuff like that. It might be fun to do something like that one day.
Yeah, I'll give it a whirl.
And try to do like that'd be hilarious if we could just like be basically our own rivals. Just be like waiting at different points. That'd be great. Because you can go out of order in the badges too if you figure it out. Like if you want to grind and then just go to a later badge. Damn, that'd be fun. That'd be a lot of different ways we can try and do this. We should look into it.
I'm down.
Hell yeah.
They just finished up EUIC today in Pokemon, so European International Championships.
Okay.
I popped in for some of the finals, and in the seniors division, was two friends in real life that ran the same exact team.
Oh, damn.
So you were asking about a mirror match before. I think this is actually a mirror match. It's like high schoolers, but
how did it play out?
one of them won.
I mean, yeah, obviously, but like, was it just they were doing the same exact thing each turn, and then like it was basically whoever had the turn priority was gonna determine?
No, I mean they had different ideas of what they wanted to do. Like
Okay.
What it was a lot of mind games and a lot of risk taking, because that's the only way you could gain any ground, right?
Yeah.
There's no like, recognizing that you have an advantage over someone naturally. Like, no,
Right.
you need to make every single advantage that you could possibly get. You have to do it. So, I mean, they had a whole lot of there's the move Tailwind, right? Doubles your side speed for 5 turns.
Right.
And then after that, it's done, right? So if on the first turn you don't use Tailwind, and then you use it on the second turn, then you get an extra turn of Tailwind after theirs expires. So you have 3 turns where you guys have the same speed,
Right.
and then the last one is when you get the advantage instead of the first one, which the first one doesn't matter as much, right? Because one of your guys is using the move Tailwind.
Right, it's only going to be a one attack anyway, basically, just from the guy who's not... Yeah, right.
So setting up situations like that, and that was sort of like the big thing, really.
Man, that's pretty cool. Every time you go into like the different Pokemon finals, or the different Pokemon like moves for things, it's like it always just amazes me to be like, damn. Like I couldn't think of the complexity for that. It always makes me wonder like how much really is there. I want to actually sit down and watch like a Pokemon Worlds live one day. See like how much there could be like of the intensity of like in a live match. Like
yeah,
all the
there's
different
so
plays.
many different things that are going on that like it's hard to
right. That's the thing.
The announcers are very good. Like they actually even got a couple things wrong today, which is like not their fault.
Oh.
Like it's just so hard to keep track of everything.
There's so much to like the meta knowledge you have to come in with, like to even like be able to understand what's. It's crazy. Like I think I know about Pokemon, and then it's just like, oh wow. There's even the things I did know could be used in different ways that I didn't think about, and then there's all the shit I didn't know.
Yeah. This is cool stuff. I'll let you know the next tournament. We can try and watch it live like we did the football games.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Which, I mean, this is coming out a bit late, but we watched Super Bowl.
Woo! Super Bowl. It was honestly not a boring game. People wanted to say that it was boring because it was just a big defensive show, but the Seahawks tied the Super Bowl record for the most sacks. They fucked up Drake May. That was pretty good showing by them.
Didn't Bad Bunny get more yards with a football than the Pats? It should be the second year in a row that the halftime performer did something like that, I believe.
That's really funny. Yeah, the Patriots just got...
over the losing team, but yeah.
Yeah, the Patriots got dog-walked, like, back and forth. That was a bad showing by them.
It was like the fourth quarter, and then the announcer was like, I mean, there's never been a Super Bowl where the losing team failed to score a single point.
Yeah.
And it could happen today. And then right after that, they scored.
Get the one touchdown. It's like, okay, thanks.
We're not going down as the first team to never score in the Super Bowl. They get all the way to the Super Bowl. How did they get there in the first place if they can't score?
Yeah,
you know?
that's the craziest thing of like, that's what I was saying before to a lot of people like during the Super Bowl or leading up to the Super Bowl rather. They were like, oh, who do you got to win? I'm like, both these teams, like nobody really has been talking about them. Seattle had a really good defense. Everybody kind of knew about that, but it's always been said like defense is great, but doesn't make teams. You need to have things to, also supplement that. But then the Patriots, like, no one was talking about the Patriots. What are they even doing? And the Mike Vrabel story, like, their coach who used to be playing the Patriots, there was, like, his whole thing of he's been a part of every single Super Bowl of the Patriots dynasty, which is crazy. Like, he was there as a player. He was there now as a coach. And that was kind of cool. And the fact that he's got, like, a great locker room presence. But they had no stars. They didn't have nobody that was going to do anything for them. And it was on display just how terrible they were. You're like, oh, who's... that guy Drake May, who's he going to throw to? I don't know any of their names. Who's he handing it off to? Don't know him either. It's like I haven't heard from any of these guys for the entire season. And then it all unfolded as kind of as you would expect. No scoring from either team for the first three quarters. And then finally, the Seahawks managed to do something to get a touchdown in the fourth. Yeah. Just good old Sam Darnold.
Well, the Seahawks were scoring.
They were scoring field goals.
Yeah, they were getting touchdowns. That's
the thing is like defense is great, but when your offense doesn't supplement it, like they were dismantling the Patriots, but the score was like 6-3, and it's like
they had a lot. They had like I think they're in the 20s by the end.
By the end, yeah, but like it's for the
just
first,
slow and steady.
Right, for the first two quarters, you're like, man, this is going to be a slog, and then it starts to really snowball, and you're like, okay, now the offense showed up a little bit, and the defense is getting a little tired on the other side. But yeah, I guess that's a strategy. Beat them in the later rounds. Wear them down. That's crazy. That's just if the Pats had any bit of talent to be able to come back from that. There was like three different times where I was like, if maybe they could, and then Drake May just throws a duck of an interception, the absolute lame duck ball. Ugh. Oh well, get them next year, Patriots. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Did you hear that Candace Owens is blew the whistle on the Turning Point USA halftime show?
Is she the one that got it like banned off Twitter or whatever?
No, she basically she came out and was like, look, it didn't happen at the same time as the regular Super Bowl show. It was pre-recorded.
Oh no.
and there was only like maybe 200 people there. Erica Kirk didn't even show up, and every single performer did their song like 3 different times. So they could move the crowd of like 200 people around to different parts of the venue and have them cheer so that they could splice it together in camera.
Right. No, that's terrible.
How embarrassing.
That's and the song too, I saw a clip from it of literally just, I just want to drink my beer, drive my truck. It's just like, who the fuck even wants that kind of country anymore?
Yeah, so I like missed like the first half of the Super Bowl, including the halftime show. I was just showering and stuff like that. Well, I looked it up afterwards.
Pretty good.
Bad Bunny did a good job.
Yeah, it was pretty banging.
I also I don't know how anyone believed in the first place that they after he fell through the roof that what was happening in that scene actually was happening live.
Oh yeah, no, that was all
all the people
thing.
standing around him as he wakes up and go, "Whoa."
Yeah,
no way in hell.
Yeah, no, they just had a camera waiting outside.
In there, and they're gonna have him fall through next to the family and all that stuff. No, they just pre-record that. He falls through, dusts himself off, walks to the front door, waits for the light, goes.
Yeah, and that's literally just. It's kind of cool. I mentioned it during it that Bad Bunny did stuff for WWE a few years back, so he probably has a little bit of stunt rehearsals, being able to take a fall.
Also, because of this halftime show, I know that he's hosted SNL a handful of times.
Oh,
and he was in Happy Gilmore 2.
Was he?
I didn't watch 2025 movie. I kind of want to see it now,
right?
Because he was in it.
Huh? Yeah.
And there's that one time that he was at I think it was a football game, just in the audience, and then you know how the cameras will go around and point at all the celebrities there.
Yeah.
And they put one on him, and they said Adam Sandler. So I think it's funny.
That's pretty good.
And they got similar facial hair.
Yeah, I guess a little bit.
Sometimes.
But Bad Bunny looks very much like a Puerto Rican man. Adam
Sandler
they
does
have
not
a similar
look like
head
that. Shape. It's I could tell the difference, right? But
yeah.
I could see the confusion, I guess, if you just don't know who Bad Bunny is, but you know the celebrities sitting there.
During Lady Gaga's cameo, I didn't realize who it was at the very first because I was she didn't have any makeup on whatsoever. She was really plain faced. So especially when the camera was far away.
Makeup on, but
yeah, but it's deliberately looks like plain faced. It was very unilaterally colored, and it was I just couldn't tell who it was at first. But I asked, we were sitting in the Discord call, I was is that Lady Gaga? And someone responded, I don't know. She looks different every time I see her. I could not tell you.
True.
Every single time I see her, she's wearing something outlandish and just got the different face paint, different makeup, different thing. I couldn't tell you. She looks so normal. That's what it threw me off the most. I was is that just Lady? That's all she's doing, Lady Gaga? All right.
Yeah, I mean, if you keep up with her a bit more, you recognize her quicker.
Yeah, probably. I just hadn't seen her face in a long time. That's probably why. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The proposal and wedding,
real.
Both of them. Yeah, It's 2 separate things. The jeweler that he grabbed the ring from, as he was walking by, that's a real jewelry store.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, that's pretty cool.
Cardi B was there, background dancer.
Cool.
Pedro Pascal also there.
Background dancer?
Just having a good time.
Hell yeah. Want to be in the Super Bowl halftime show? Sure. Want to be a tree?
Yeah. Apparently they all got paid minimum wage for 10 hours total, 20 hours for the week. But to just stand there and be
a tree
in
the Super Bowl halftime
tall
show.
Grass.
Pretty cool. Pretty good job.
Yeah, you just do it. Honestly, just do it for fun.
Do it for the love
you
of
get
the
a little
game.
bit of pocket change for it. Cool.
Yeah. You get to be on the field during the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah, right. That's the thing. That's what you're getting.
Crazy. I wonder if even if you're wearing the grass over your face, how much would you feel? Of all the people cheering and the drum beating, you'd probably still get a hell of a lot of excitement. An adrenaline running through
the air there.
Right? You'd feel that. Yeah. That's an interesting experiment. You should. I wonder. You should take somebody to a big crowd, a rock and roll concert, who doesn't know what it is, and just blindfold them and just see if they can feel what's going on. They'd probably be obviously hear the crowd and whatnot, but I wonder if you could get some sort of feeling across from an entire crowd of people to one.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a strange thing. It'd be I feel that'd be a hypnotist type thing to do, right?
So,
to like try to implant like a thought in someone's mind from the crowd or whatever. Like everybody in the crowd, and then try to make him think this, and then you take the blindfold off. What were they saying? You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like you couldn't
some
get
kind
the
of
crowd
magic
to
trick.
coordinate that. Also, hypnotism is like a real thing somewhat.
Isn't it more about your suggestibility as opposed to like literally, mind control?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a professor. I had to take an elective the summer after I graduated. I had to take 2 electives the summer after I graduated to actually like complete my degree.
Yep.
And this was like the persuasion course, right? We didn't really talk about hypnotism that much, but the guy had a story of like, yeah, I quit smoking through hypnotism. The only thing about hypnotism is that you just have to believe it'll work. Like, you have to trust it and want to do the thing and want it to work and allow yourself to be suggested into quitting smoking.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
give that control to the hypnotist.
Right, but is it like does it literally become a thing of like, I forget what book I read this in, but like when you put the cigarette up to your mouth, you'll just feel it as a worm, and then like that makes you spit it out. Right, like it's not to that level. Like, what is it actually that
it's not
the
somehow
hypnotist,
you see me
right?
Bullshit where it's like,
so what do the hypnotists actually do? Is it just more of like hypnotizing him into a habit or something like that, or make him think about a habit in a certain way?
It's basically like just getting I think it's just getting the hypnotist to tell you to like stop and for you to like listen.
And that's it? Oh.
Yeah, but like but you're setting yourself up in a situation for you to become more, like you're setting yourself up to become more suggestible.
Okay.
You're paying someone to do that.
I see. So it's basically just like you're trying to... Is that really all it is? Getting you into that frame of mind where he can just be like, smoking is bad for you, you need to stop. And then that'll be the thing to be like, okay.
I think it could be like that. Could be like, oh, you have the capability to stop, and you are going to. Like, you're going to listen to me that you can do this and you will do this.
All right.
Type thing. It could be many different things. Honestly, we should have talked about it more. It was a persuasion class.
It's pretty cool. There's the other.
But a big part about I guess the reason it came up is that like for the persuasion, it's like someone wants to, like, if you're trying to persuade someone, that person needs to want to be persuaded.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if they don't want anything to do with what you're talking about, you're not going to be able to convince them.
Right.
Without threats, I guess. But
right.
If you, like, people are just open to different ideas. Quite open. And, if they're willing to listen, you might be able to convince them of something. But it's not like if they aren't open to the idea in the first place, you're just never going to get through. Period.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I wonder how hypnotism became like such a dramatized thing then, of like literally mind controlling you.
There's also a hypnotist that came to my middle school. I don't think I got to go to the show. You had to sell like a certain number of magazine subscriptions.
Oh, Scholastic Book Fair type shit?
Yeah, you had to sell a certain number of magazine subscriptions. Then if you did that, you'd get to go to the hypnotist show.
Ooh.
And he could supposedly hypnotize you into like acting like a chicken and stuff like that.
Making you walk around and cluck and peck the floor.
Yeah.
Damn. I wonder how that would work as a thing. I wonder if you could get to like they can only do that with kids just because kids are willing to be silly or something like that. I don't know. I wonder how that works. I wonder how it got to like the actual like pocket watch swinging and like, mind control to fix you therapy. Like, what movie started that, or what TV show started that? It has to be like just some trope, right?
There's definitely some stuff in Alice in Wonderland about that. I mean,
Twilight Zone was probably the same shit. Like back in like the 30s that came out.
I mean, Twilight Zone has it, right? But they aren't hypnotizing you. They just have a swirl.
I think it's like the 50s. No, there's like episodes of it, like people getting hypnotized in the Twilight Zone. I think 30s was way too far. It's way before TV.
I also don't think it was the 30s, but I didn't know when it was actually, so I couldn't
probably like the 50s,
you.
Black and white TV. Like that's around the time. Probably correct. But yeah, there's definitely some. I think there's a Twilight Zone episode of like somebody who gets hypnotized and like they're stuck that way, sort of like what was it, Office Space, the same way.
I believe it.
Probably some old movies too of the same thing. But yeah, I wonder what the first one was that like dramatized that, like, the doctor could hypnotize you, like, because that's usually how it is. Like the hypnotist is like, the evil villain who can do that, like Batman villain type. who can mind control you.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of maybe more modern depictions. Just like I was saying, now you see me, right? Like sometimes it hypnotize people in the movie. Just because they can, and they're the protagonists. So
yeah, and I guess
cool.
it's just like the part of their repertoire. They can also hypnotize. All right.
Then I guess is like probably a Teen Titans villain that's a hypnotist that is a bad guy. You know.
Yeah, that was what's his face? Wasn't that the British guy that could do that? I forget. He was like half Austin Powers, half Mad Hatter.
Yeah, something like that.
Well,
going back to Pokemon, there's Hypno.
yeah, Hypno and Drowsy's the other one, right?
Yeah, it's Drowsy's the first one, and then Hypno's the evolved form. Known for kidnapping children.
Yeah. The fucking
Villain. Not a
actual
good guy.
villain. Fucking very crazy. Crazy that they wrote that shit into Pokemon. There's so many children. He's not the only children kidnapping one. Breloom does that too, right? Not Breloom. That's the balloon one. What's it called? Skiploom.
No, Drifblim.
Drifblim? Oh, shit.
Breloom is a little mushroom guy with the
Right.
extendo arms.
Skiploom's the thing with the ears that like spin around, right? Or am I thinking of whatever Hoppip?
It's the evolution of Hoppip before you get to Jumpluff. It's green. It doesn't have spinning ears. It has one propeller on its head.
Okay.
So you're very close.
Okay. I was thinking I was right in the Hoppip family.
And then there's Drifloon, which is just like the regular balloon-sized one, and it does try to steal kids, and it doesn't like fat kids because it can't pick them up. And then there's Drifblim, which is the evolved form of it, and then, I don't know, it steals souls too. Who knows?
Good God.
It just doesn't have as much lore as the little toy balloon you'd expect to just like grab, like carry around as a kid. You got a balloon, woohoo,
and then just woo away. To do what? Where does that balloon take you? Is there like a balloon?
Eats your soul.
And then drops your body fucking back to the earth?
Well, I think it's like takes you to the beyond realm.
Oh, God, that's even crazier.
Takes you directly
takes you straight to heaven. Or hell.
There's a ghost dimension.
Ugh.
The unknown.
Yeah, no. Speaking of the unknowns, do they ever make like... they're called the unknowns, but did they ever put a lore reason as to what the unknowns are?
They're like...
They're hieroglyphs or something, right?
They're like parts of Arceus or something like that.
Yeah.
Arceus like
just shat those out one day.
Use them to like create the world or something like that. They're really fun in Legends Arceus because you're supposed to collect the entire alphabet. I actually never finished it, but they're just like sitting in like trees and shit like that, and just like on random walls, and you're like, "Hey,
come here, get over here."
Yeah.
Slap the tree and knock them out.
I
like that each of them just have the one eye.
Yeah. They are also their only move is Hidden Power.
Yeah. Which
is out of the game now. So
really?
Yeah, there's no unknown, and they're in Legends Arceus because that's what the game's about.
Is there no unknowns in Pokemon then anymore?
Not in Gen 8, not in Gen 9.
So what happens if you...
So there was Dexit, right? So they just aren't like. After Gen 7, they're like, we are not going to guarantee that every single Pokemon will be able to
transfer,
be able to use it in every single game.
Boo!
Oh, this is old news, man.
Fuck you, Pokemon. That's the whole thing, though.
They had to do it eventually.
Yeah, but boo still. Boo to the fact that they had to do it eventually.
Like 500 out of 1,000.
That's and then shit that they're even cutting it to that.
No, I think it's good. Because if it's every single one is in every single game, like where's the variety? Like you would need to do power creep, constant power creep, even more than they're currently doing, just to have something unique enough to be used over the standards, the classics.
Yeah, I guess if you really need to make like new moves and stuff too, but do you really need to? Do you need like another?
They also took out moves. That's the thing, is that they took out Hidden Power, and therefore there's just no unknown. I don't know which way they would have done it, but
yeah, I don't know. It's on a certain hand, I get it, but also like, how many water type moves do you need? You have each one that could do the status effect of each one, and then they took
out moves. They took away Bubble.
Why?
Because you could just use Water Gun. Like they're not different.
Yeah, that's true. And that was one of the Gen 1 ones that kind of didn't make sense.
Yeah. I think there's still Bubble Beam.
Yeah, Bubble, because that does more damage and is less PP. It's like literally the actual step up.
Yeah, but just not bubble. So
that makes sense, but then why take out like a full hidden power? Why take out full Pokemon?
So
that's just too much.
If you want to like have them be actually interactable and like do cool stuff, like the more and more Pokemon that you create, the harder that task becomes to add any feature at all to the game, because then you need to retrofit that to the other 1,000.
Yeah.
So the idea is that it's a revolving door of who's in and who's out.
Right.
And so what isn't in this game might be in the next one. You don't know. And so it makes it more exciting to like when certain things are there, because they aren't always there. The only Pokemon that shows up in every single game, or 2 Pokemon, is Magikarp and Gyarados.
Pikachu. Oh, I was going to say Pikachu is probably one of them. Really? Magikarp, Gyarados. That's still, though, even for things like when you have like the Alolan region of games, like you should be, even if not every Pokemon is going to get an Alolan type, still who cares? Let me get the other Pokemon in there that aren't. If you're going to add new gameplay things to the game, you don't have to retrofit them to every single Pokemon. Just those Pokemon were the old ones.
I'm talking about stuff like
we discovered new shit about Pokemon.
In Gen 8, you could camp, and then you would like you'd like boom, set up camp. You're sitting there, and you could like play with some toys, you know, like a little like wand with a bell and a feather on the end, and then there's like a ball you can throw. And every single Pokemon has an animation to walk up and hit the ball. They have a smiling, you know, happy animation and angry animation to attack it and stuff like that. And then you're just going to have to do that for everything else?
Oh, sorry, you made so many goddamn Pokemon. We told you to stop at 100, assholes. You're going to make 1,000.
Nobody told them to stop.
Well, nobody told. I did, but I mean, I was a dumb kid at the time.
There was 150 to start with. No one said to stop at 100.
Yeah, no, I mean, nobody told them to make more is what I'm saying, and then they're going to use that as an excuse. Oh, we made too many. We can't make that many animations. You made the damn Pokemon.
So the thing is
your own problem.
that
don't complain to us about it.
I just think it's completely reasonable that they only use a certain portion of the decks. Like it's just a thing that continues to get bigger and bigger, and you're gonna need to make this decision at some point. I have all the respect in the world for that.
You don't need to make the decision.
The excuse for better animations and better graphics just really fell flat in Sword and Shield in particular, because of the quality of some of those animations and like the trees and stuff like that, how it looked. There were some really cool parts, right? And they moved over from having like they basically started giving more Pokemon like signature moves. Mm-hmm. So they could make a cool animation for that one Pokemon and not have to give it to everything else. As opposed to creating new designs every generation, like new pixel art, which was happening every single time.
Right.
Now they just give, special moves.
I think that's such shit, though. You're gonna make this many Pokemon and then just be like, "Well, sorry, we made too many. We can't do it. If we had not made this many, maybe we could have, but we did a oopsie, and now you're gonna pay for it."
You're not paying for it. It's perfectly fine.
You don't have at least half the
Pokemon.
They
tell you right ahead. They tell you before you buy the game, like you can just look up the list and be like, who's in this game?
I tell you, I'm gonna punch you in the face. So don't be mad. I'm gonna punch you in the face.
It's not equivalent to punching in the face.
And a slap in the face. Then
it's not a slap. It's
what if
totally
half of your
fine.
team is on the fucking the thing that's not getting ported?
Why do you want to just
though?
keep on using the same shit over and over? Why are you buying new games?
Maybe you just want to keep the Pokemon. Maybe you don't want to use them. Maybe you want to use them in one run. Maybe you want to just play a whole new game with new Pokemon. And you're like, all right, let me try my old Pokemon and do another run. Maybe you want to do that, and because you can't, because they took out half your team, because they were like, sorry, we made too many Pokemon, and your Pokemon were on the cut list.
It's really not that bad. It's more exciting because you have different tools, like, and different limitations. Certain things are not allowed. It's not there. You need to come up with something else instead of just doing the same shit over and over again.
Yeah, but you could do the same shit over and over again.
No, you can't. That's not exciting.
They're not. I mean, that's the thing. It's not exciting, but who cares? If I want to do it, let me do it. You're just telling me I can't do it because you don't want to let me do it? Then that's some bullshit.
I mean, it's not that they just don't want to let you do it.
They just don't want to program all the things in because it would take too long, because it would probably make too big of a game. It's not worth it to them.
Yeah. It's
Well,
a really
fuck
simple
you.
question. It's super.
It's worth it to me, and I'm the one playing the game.
No, you aren't. You haven't played one since Gen 3.
Well, as a potential consumer, I'm not saying me specifically. It's worth it to the consumer.
It evidently not. Sword and Shield is the most selling Pokemon game since Red and Blue.
Think how much more it would have sold if they had all the Pokemon.
Well, honestly, I think it just sold so much because of the pandemic and everyone was inside.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think having more Pokemon would have done it.
We'll never know now. It is impossible to know now. I feel like I'm coming in this as like a third party outside looking in, whereas you're on the inside looking out. You're looking at all the different intricacies.
I was mad about Dexit when I first heard about it too. Like the first month when I was like, oh, they're not going to bring every single one in there.
And then they just dangled some other bread and circus, and you forgot. You got kept happy by your overlords, and now you
dangle anything else for me.
You shall not question.
It makes sense. It's a smarter thing to reduce how many things you can do in the game
shall
to
not
make
question,
you more creative.
Lord Game Freak.
Literally, what was it? Limitation breeds creativity. That's like a mantra that I've carried with me for years. That's the point.
And that is true. And you can offer limitation and give that to people the creativity, but when you're
offer limitation, just give them everything.
But when you're setting up a world of everything, of a game that's literally gotta catch them all, but hey, by the way, all means half now. That's kind of a kick in the nuts.
Well, you can still have them all in like Pokemon Home.
Oh yeah, they have like the third party like app you can put all your Pokemon to now, right?
It's first party, but yes.
No, yeah, it's third to the games. It's not like an actual Pokemon game. It's just what holds your Pokemon. And you can put them to other games.
Yeah, it's a transfer thing.
But you can't put some Pokemon into the newer games, even if you have a full Pokedex in there. Not all of them are useful to you.
So the best explanation in game lore that I've found is that it's just customs enforcement. They're like, you cannot bring this Pokemon here into Great Britain. That's in Gen 8. It takes place in Great Britain. It would be detrimental to the ecology if we let you bring that in here. Therefore, can't bring it in. That fits. That works for me. I believe it.
Why? It's not like you're letting them loose and letting them breed.
Oh, yeah. So when we're like bringing a bunch of snakes to Florida, it's like, oh, just promise that you won't let it go in the Everglades. You know? No, I mean, you prevent them from bringing it there in the first place.
Yeah, you probably should. But I mean, when you're bringing them literally as competition animals to compete in things and pretty much only that, and you only have the one who's like tagged to you, I don't know. I feel like in Pokemon there's a lot more, what would that be like? Individuality to it, where it's more than just a pet, you know? Mm. It's like, it's a tool also. It's something that like you also like use.
Yeah, but like,
and also
you don't need it.
Yeah, I guess you don't. But the fact that you can't have it for the only reason of just like, we don't want to put the time at the animations in. That irks me. You're gonna put all this time in to set up all this whole Pokedex of 1,000+, and then just be like, well, we really only want to use part of it.
Yeah, no, I think it's good that they only want to use part of it.
And
if you put every single one in there every single time, eventually, like I said, the new ones are either going to need to vastly power creep everything that came before it to be of any use, or you're just going to have the same set, like maybe one new Pokemon per generation is going to hit the meta.
Why does it need to power creep? Why can't the Pokemon just be all of what you? The only reason you use them is what you like what they look like. Like you're not going to use a legendary Pokemon. I hate it, but it's so strong. Whatever, I got to use it. I feel like that's kind of not the point of Pokemon. So why is the power creep aspect part of it? I'm going to use a Pokemon because I connect with it. It's designed why I like it and whatnot.
Well, what makes it interesting? Can it do anything that another one can't already do? The thing is, they can't just be unique in design. They have to be unique somewhat in gameplay. Every single one has something...
Different typing, different things like that.
Something that they can do that nothing else can do. Every single Pokemon has one thing that they can do that nothing else can do. And that's the point. And some of those things suck. And so they never get used in competitive. And if all of your new Pokemon have nothing to offer, then you're not going to use them.
But you still can make a new Pokemon with something unique in each one. Like you said, they're giving them like signature moves for each one. They're giving them like unique typings that will have like, you can still do that with each Pokemon. You don't need to like power creep the moves and I guess deleting moves that don't make sense, like Bubble is fine, but you don't need to get rid of Pokemon to make those Pokemon stand out. Like it's like you don't need to get rid of like Gen 1. You're saying Magikarp is the one that's going to be in every single one, obviously, but you don't need to get rid of Magikarp because you're making new water Pokemon or a new fish Pokemon that's also going to be funny, useless fish. Like there's space. There's a lot of space to be unique for everybody.
I just think if you played them, you understand this a bit better. Like even with the lifespan of a game, right? Gen 9 comes out. Here is the 400 Pokemon that you get. Right? They come out with a DLC. So not only do you have this new Pokedex, some of it overlaps with the original, some of it doesn't, of Pokemon that you can catch in the game, but you don't even need the DLC. If you have that Pokemon, you can just transfer it in now. So now the game has changed. So what you purchased is now expanded for free, even if you don't get the DLC, right? So then it gives an incentive to continue to play the same game because something's changed about it. It's more interesting now.
Yeah.
And then they do another DLC, and there are certain Pokemon that just straight up weren't available in the game at all, but they were just like, okay, with this DLC, now you can transfer in these guys that just aren't in the game at all. But if you have them from another game, you can bring them in. And then they fill it out and everything, and it comes out to like 600 total or like 700 total. I didn't actually count because it's like, if you throw all the Pokedexes together, it's like 800. But like I said, there's overlap in between them.
Right.
And then there's ones that aren't in the decks that you can use.
So it seems like they can just eventually put all the Pokemon in there if they keep working on towards it. And if it's going to be something if they want, let's have these people play the game more, just keep putting them out until you have all the Pokemon. Until you get a full entire dex for your game. And once that's done, start the next Pokemon game.
Nobody's complaining about this who actually has the games. Nobody's.
I don't think they realize to because they just keep dangling the new game in.
There is no.
I don't know. I feel like this is a conspiracy that you're just kind of you're too deep in.
Nobody's mad about
this
except for you who doesn't play them.
Because I just found out about this. I don't even realize. I don't even know how mad I'm supposed to be.
There's two Pokemon.
I'm turning it up to 10 just in case.
There's two Pokemon, the legendaries from X and Y. That's Gen 6. There's Xerneas and Yveltal. Xerneas is like a deer fairy type. Yveltal's a dark and flying type shaped like a Y. They were very heavily featured in Legend ZA. But they weren't available in Gen 9. And that was totally a balancing decision. Because if they were, Xerneas would just be unstoppable. Xerneas was already like a crazy powerful like Pokemon, like a menace in its own generation, in Generation 7 as well. Generation 8, I think it was also a pretty big deal. Gen 9 with terrestrialization, like it would have destroyed like everything. Like no one would really be playing anything else except for Xerneas, like in Gen 7 and 8. So they decided not to put it in there. It's the only set of box art legendaries that are not in the game.
Why not just put it in the game but keep it out of comp? You can have a god Pokemon that can sweep everything 1-all. Who cares?
You want to make things fair. Like you don't want to then say, okay, you can have it in here, but like what would you possibly do with it?
End game shit. It's always been a thing in video games. Once you beat the game, you just get the cool infinity gun that you can just destroy shit.
You can handle it with everything else.
Yeah,
you already have a bunch of cool
You can beat
shit.
the game with everything else, but once you beat the game, just give them the cool fun shit. Go sandbox mode. Give you infinite ammo. Let's give you the crazy rocket launcher that fires everything. Just go nuts. Give you the insane Pokemon that could one-shot everything. You want to go back through Victory Road and just one Pokemon everybody you can. You want to do whatever you want.
You can still do that. You just can't do it with this particular guy. It's perfectly
in that
fine.
game.
It's perfectly fine.
You keep saying that, and that just makes me think that it's not perfectly fine. You know, when things are perfectly fine, usually the people don't have to keep reassuring everybody else that things are perfectly fine.
Well, the people that play the game are not complaining. You are. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, well, I'll have to do more research into this so I can figure out exactly how angry I have to be. But till the next time, because this is the end of the episode that we are going Cold Hard Trash, CRT episode 80. I was really trying to figure out the number there. That's why I was stumbling so much. I couldn't figure it out.
Funnily enough, it is 90.
It is son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! God!
No, this is good. I'm trying to. These have been some long episodes.
Yeah, no, we
can
for
hit
almost
the
an hour
mark
each one.
here.
Yeah, we were really getting into it. I just kind of forgot about like the time for a while there, especially when I realized that Pokemon was just cutting out a lot of their content for no reason. some shit. But thank you for listening to this episode of Cold Hard Trash. We appreciate it. If you liked what you heard, please let us know what you liked about it. Rate us 5 stars and keep on listening next week because we're going to have another great episode for you here at the Garbage Dump. Peace out.
Yep.